Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Yeah, Peter, you can...
Big chance! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And it's Hullet. Vieira. And he's there to retrieve it. Zola. Rio Ave do have a chance to counter here. Bellingham. Rio Ave finding their passes. Tries to pass. And a chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. And he's taking no chances there. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Now it's Hullet. Now it's Pele. Zola. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And that's been intercepted. Bellingham. Now it's Eto'o. Thuram
Produces the perfect tackle there.
looking for the run.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Shot could be on. Ah, such a clever touch. Bellingham does really well to win the ball there. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, look at the space. Oh, shooting chance! And this is... He's had a shot! They've done it! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Rio Ave grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Pele going face-to-face with his great rival. Midway through the first period and it's looking quite a game here. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Oh, good take in a good area. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. And that is as far as they're going to go. And it's Bellingham. And that's a dangerous... Can he finish?
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Very nicely done. Ronaldinho. Not quite sure who got the final touch, but it will be another corner. This their second corner of the game. Ah, that's a fine interception. Rio Ave have the chance to go the other way. Zanetti. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Bellingham. Bellingham. Thuram kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Ronaldinho, looking for options for movement. Now that... Up he goes! He has done it! And they get themselves in front! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Bellingham. Best, a player who needs no introduction. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Bergomi has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card. And a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Best is offering a wry smile there.
This possibly the last play of the half. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Well read, nice interception. And there is the half-time whistle. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Out towards the flank. Oh, easy pickings there. Ronaldinho. Tchouaméni is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. And it's Bellingham. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Zola. And this is Shevchenko. Chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Rio Ave have their third corner. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Nice interception, well timed. And now they can spring out. Goes for a shot! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Rio Ave really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
So their fourth corner of the game. He slid. And the shot! That is delicious! That is a gem! An absolute gem! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
Messi really showed his coolness, Peter, by not getting flustered on such a tough skill. And for me, it was controlled perfection.
And the finish! He scores! And again they hit the front.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
Couple of changes then in quick succession. Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Well timed, excellent interception. Bergomi clears. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Luis Suarez.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Zanetti calmly anticipates, and it's Kaka. Kaka will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Shoots! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
They're up to 5 corners now. Defending of the desperate variety. And that's a good ball.
Oh. Takes a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
The corner count is rising. That's 6. Punched away.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Now it's Luis Suarez, and this is Roberto Baggio. Now it's Roberto Baggio. Can he get it through? Yep, it's a corner. So, third corner of the game. Pirlo goes short. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Not the most accurate pass. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Looking to play him in. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. That's a lovely, neat pass. Over to the left. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And he's certainly on.
There's the shot! No mistake! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion.
It looked as though it'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that, though, and somehow he found the angle.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Roberto Baggio, he is through here. Zanetti attempts a clearance. Messi. Hullet. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And this is Messi. Lovely passing, lovely movement as well. Couldn't squeeze it through. And here's Mbappe.
Great chance!
Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Oh, can he get onto this? Shevchenko. There will be 4 extra minutes. And that is a little undercooked. And that is as far as it goes. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination and occasionally... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Big chance! They've scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Stood up well to him there. Shevchenko. Rio Ave looking to pass their way through. Ronaldinho going full tilt down the left. And here's Bellingham. Played with finesse. That is a brilliant interception. Oh, they can break here. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Hullet. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Can he finish? Gianfranco Zola, sheer football poetry. That is a gem, an absolute gem. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
Takes a shot! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Gets a good foot in there. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Great vision.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Shevchenko. Played out towards the right wing. Bellingham. That's Vieira. And here's Eto'o. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Quality ball. Zola, given the lift of his goal. Pele going face-to-face with his great rival. Bellingham. Bellingham. That's a lovely, neat pass. Now it's Shevchenko. Now it's Pele. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Now then, clash of the egos.
And here's Zola. And this is Shevchenko. And a shot! And it's there! And they're at it again in double quick time. That is so good. Such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Zola. And here's the chance to counter. Pele, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Ronaldinho. Nicely spread. And here's Cruyff. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Bellingham really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Cruyff, driving on and making good progress. Bellingham. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bellingham, driving through the middle. Chance for a shot! They've scored! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So is this the start of a comeback? That's good vision. Thinks about the shot. That's good play. He's having a shot! Oh, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
Hullet. And it's going to be another corner. This possibly the last play of the half. Ronaldinho plays it short. And now they can clear their lines. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So off we go once more.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
And it's Bellingham. Chouameni. Oh, good read. Cruyff.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Passing is crisp and sharp, and that's really well manoeuvred. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Now that is a hefty challenge. Best, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Now that's well seen too.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Works it forward. No, that's been intercepted. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Bale. Bale looking to penetrate opposition lines. Oh, look at the space here. That is lovely. Best. Up towards the front line. Nesta spots it and intercepts.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Mbappe goes on a charge down the left. Tchouaméni is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Now it's Bale. Neymar. Well read, nice interception. Zola. Tchouaméni. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Hullet. Thuram. Messi. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. And the finish! And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And that's a good ball. Shevchenko. Van der Sar breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And he was quick to react. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Thuram. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Nicely weighted ball. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Passes short and sharp. Zola will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And it's Bale. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Neymar takes a look up. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And it's Hullet. Oh, that is a nice touch. Tchouaméni, who does have an assist to his name. Deftly away. Zola. Now Mbappe. And here's Shevchenko. That is good strength. The ball's gone astray. Tchouaméni has given away a free kick. And that's going to be a booking. Hullet. Hullet gets on the end of things as a matter of habit. Neymar. And the referee brings it to a close. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, and those are very good qualities that might have got them something on another day. Sadly, not today. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, well measured.
Just the goalkeeper to beat.
Oh, he's been caught on it here, and takes a shot!
Oh, the ball's come loose here. And that's really well manoeuvred. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Frankie de Jong is another brilliant prospect to come out of the Dutch system. He's someone I see as a real pivot in the team. His position is obviously central and deep in midfield, and he'll be providing the creative and incisive passes.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And here's Messi. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Bellingham. Now it's Pele. And this is Ronaldinho. Rodri. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And it's Rodri. And here's Kvaratskhelia. And it's Rodri. And this is Cruyff. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Bellingham. Still goalless at the moment.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And it's Rodri. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
That's good play from him.
And this is Pele. Oh, important interception. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now it's Pele. Cruyff. Oh, look at the space here. Chooses to go back. Chance! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Rodri. And here's Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia! Off the post! That's going to go a long way. Chooses to go cross-field.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Kvaratskhelia. It's a threatening ball. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Bale kept his eye on it, and he's there. Rodri. Strokes it back. Pull it.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And it's Ronaldinho. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Ah, such a clever touch. No, he's had it taken off him. And this is Ronaldinho. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Just 5 minutes left until the break. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Can he finish? And it's hoisted clear. Ronaldinho. Now it's Pele.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Great skill, that's nice. Messi.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Messi. Kvaratskhelia. And that's been intercepted. Ronaldinho. Floated through. And the half-time whistle goes. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So, no breakthrough from either side. 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. And the action is back underway.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Kvaratskhelia, very much a man of this moment. Bale. Pele. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And it's Ronaldinho. Threads one in. And this is He's having a shot! It's there!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here. Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's...
Chance for a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Best really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Thinks about the shot. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ruben Dias kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Kvaratskhelia is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Pele. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Botafogo really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And it's Cruyff. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pele. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Searching passes played there. They've won a corner. It's their second corner of the game. Pele goes short. Pele. Ronaldinho. And it's Bellingham. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
He won't be happy with that one.
Kenya surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Rodri. Looking tidy in possession here. Bale. And this is Bale. We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. "1-0 as we head towards the end. Ruben Dias. Alarm is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Nice looking ball. Oh, that's clever. And this is Bale. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Yamal. He is through. Big chance! They want to be quick to recover this.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And it's Bale. Neymar. Now it's Owen. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Rodri. Aimed beyond the defence. He slings it in. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. And that will be it. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game.